When things get tense over the holidays, how do you react? Like the Grinch? Or maybe a little bit more pleasant like old St. Nick would. Well, here to have a little fun with us when it comes to setting boundaries with family and friends this holiday season is lifestyle expert Anastasia Turchetta. It's so great to see you.
Thank you for having me, Gail.
We're going to have a lot of fun on this segment, but first let's start. What would you say are the 3 key areas that we should be focused on when it comes to setting boundaries over the holidays?
It's a great question, Gail. The first one I would say is managing your overcommitments so you don't become the Scrooge. This is unrealistic demands of your time, unrealistic expectations. The second one would be addressing your emotional guilt. That way you're not feeling like a Grinch, so to speak. And this is where you're going to navigate how to respond to people, whether it's passive-aggressive comments or taking a guilt trip. And then finally, you want to make sure you protect your energy, because this way, when you protect your energy, it's a call to action that you do not sacrifice your connection.
I love that. So what are some examples of flexible or non-negotiable expectations?
This is where communication is key. So some of those, discuss it with your partner, your husband, your family, and it would be from maybe, locations and durations. Where are you going to celebrate? So are you going to celebrate at your mother-in-law's house? You're going to celebrate at your house? You're going to celebrate at our house? Wherever that is, how long are you going to stay? What about gift giving? Is there a, how much are you going to spend with the gifts that you give? There's guilt giving. I know we all can take it, but there's got to be a line somewhere that's non-negotiable for you. What about new traditions, old traditions, and of course protecting your personal space uninterrupted so you can be recharged?
I love that. I love that. Now, you gave us some scenarios to talk through, and the first one deals with hosting family. All right, so here we go.
Yes.
The Grinch would say, "Ugh, why is everyone staying so long? I need some space." Okay.
The Grinch would say that, right? So then Santa would say,
"We'd love to host."
Yes, go ahead.
You go.
We would love to host from Friday to Sunday. Let's make the most of those days. Or you could even get more specific. We would love to host Friday evening, Saturday morning for a brunch. Be specific according to what works best for you and your family.
Okay, and I like it. I'll play the role of the Grinch. Anastasia will say what's the right thing to do. All right, here's the next scenario for hosting. What you shouldn't say is, "I'm tired of cooking for everyone." I don't know why.
You're good. You're really good at this.
I never say these kinds of things, so I'm living in my moment right now.
And then Santa would say, "Let's make it a potluck dinner. Everybody can bring something." Or Santa could also say, "You know what? I would love to have your help with this or this." And be specific. Maybe you need something for dinner. Maybe it's help cleaning up. Whatever that is, make sure it works for everyone.
All right. The next scenario has to do with navigating guilt. Now, the Grinch would say, "Wow, I love a gift wrapped guilt trip with a bow on top."
You are so good at this. I love it.
I'm harkening back to my Auburn theater days.
And Santa would say, "We really value time with you, but this year we're prioritizing quality time at our home to create new traditions."
I like that.
Isn't that nice? That's a nice way to just share what's expected and what may be non-negotiable.
I like that. Okay, the next is about feeling overwhelmed and drained. What someone should not say is, "Why is everyone so loud?"
You need to calm down.
Yeah.
You're being too loud. So Santa would say, I'm going to step outside to stretch my legs. I'll be back in a bit so we can continue catching up." Or if you have, a pet, Marble or Gibbs, we can also look at them and say, "Hey, my dog has to go out. I'm going to go take him for a quick walk and I'll be back." Great time for you to step back and just take a few moments to breathe.
Marble's got to powder her nose. We'll be right back.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It's great. I mean, we had a lot of fun with this, which is great. But to be honest with you, a lot of people do start popping off because they let the tension. So that way you can channel, instead of your inner Grinch,
yes,
you can channel your inner Santa Claus.
I love it's so important to understand what boundaries do for us. They don't shut people out. They help us create opportunities or conditions for connection. And the other thing that they do is help you show up to be your best self for those people that matter most in your life.
I like that. You and I were talking on the phone just yesterday about how when I first met you all these years ago, I would put zero boundaries on people and get stepped all over. And you taught me that. I always thought it was like, oh, do I not seem nice if I'm drawing boundaries? But I think that drawing them protects your inner peace. And that is the most important thing of it all, because then you are nice and you are calm all the time.
Absolutely. You're clear, you're kind, you're assertive. And when you come across that way, it definitely shows, and it's healthier for you and everyone else in your life. And thank you so much for that compliment.
Absolutely. Love you, friend.
I love you too.
And we're going to share Anastasia's advice on bloomtampabay.com.